Ladies and gentlemen, young boys, young girls, everybody, you have a treat tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon. The most beautiful women in the world, yes. Nigerian women, actually Nigeria has been ordained with the most beautiful women in the world. You can find a lot of them here in Atlanta, Georgia. And guess what? They all came together to form the most powerful organization in Georgia. The most powerful women organization in Georgia. It's very interesting. I'm sure you're thinking, how can so many women get together and be powerful and not fight? These are special women. How do we say it? Women of timber and caliber. So please permit me to introduce to you today the Nigerian Women Association of Georgia is in the house. Yes. And I have to say, I'm a proud member. A proud member. Sing it like a song. I love to introduce to you today our two most executive bodies. First and foremost, we have our president here to my left. Engineer. Yes, we have women with brains. I'm talking about brain and beauty, or beauty and brain. Engineer Abby Ebadagi, who is our president, who has this big task to keep women together, to foster, to do some great things. And we have our other guest is Dr. Stella Etta, who is our general secretary. I said executive secretary. Yes, executive. She is fantastic. She keeps all of our minutes, all of our records, all of our data, and she's been doing it for, what, 14 years almost.
Oh, my God.
14 years. That's how old N-WAG is. So, ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And you too.
N-WAG, beauty and brain.
Yes, that's who we are.
Yes.
You know, every time now, N-WAG is a household name, mainly because of everything that we're doing. We are doing so much, but let's back up a bit and discuss, how did N-WAG come to be? How did N-WAG start? How old is N-WAG?
N-WAG has been around for 14 years.
Okay.
We were founded in April 2000. And this was by, at the time, the Consulate General's wife, Mrs. Dayo Keshi. She was here. They were posted in Atlanta, Georgia. And she spoke to some of us ladies and wanted us to get our friends and bring them together, and we can kind of dialogue and see where we want to go and how we can impact other people that are less privileged. So that's how N-WAG got started, with 5 of us.
Wow.
With Mrs. Keshi. Yes.
That is fantastic. Now, I know probably what really was the mission and the vision? What programs did you want to have? How did you want to impact these less privileged?
At the time,
yes,
we didn't know exactly what we're going to be doing, but we knew that we wanted to empower women, youth, and children. So we thought about different programs. We had, at the time, we had youth committee, we had fundraising committee, publicity committee, and education at the time. And we were like, you know what, we need to narrow it down. And we narrowed it down to like 5 committees at the time when we first started. And as of today, we have 6 committees, because we thought we will cover different areas. And at the time, we also thought we needed human relations, because we didn't have someone caring for our own people, our own members. So that's when human relations was added to the committees. And now we have a new one called membership committee.
Wonderful. Now, Dr. Starr, you got the big job, keeping all of everything together, all the facts, right?
Yes,
taking all the notes. That's right. Now, how long have you yourself been in N-WAG?
I've been in N-WAG since 2001, so I joined a year after it was started.
Okay.
And when I joined, a year after that, I was the education chairperson, and then I was, this is the second term, I'm a secretary in N-WAG. I was a secretary a couple of years ago, and I thought I'd try it again this time.
Good.
And
now,
we're glad you did.
And we're glad you did.
It's a lot of work. Nobody else wants it. That's why I have it. So
it is a lot of work. Now, what are some of the things, some of the projects that N-WAG is doing currently? Any one of you, yes.
Okay, NWAG has, we have scholarships. We give out scholarships to female students in Nigeria. And we also started a couple of years ago, we started giving out scholarships to students, high school students going into college in Georgia. Okay. So we do that, and we have orphanages in Nigeria that we sponsor.
About how many now?
We have about 10. Is it 10?
Correct.
Yeah, so we have 10 orphanages
wow.
that we sponsor in Nigeria.
Really? That's commendable.
Yes.
And did you get all those 10 in 1 year, or you just kept gradually
over the
growing?
years. Our goal is to cover every state in Nigeria. So now we have 10 orphanages in 10 different states in Nigeria. So our goal, like I said earlier, is to cover all the states in Nigeria. So that's
all
what
36
we're working.
states plus the FCT.
Yes, that's what we're working towards.
Wow, that's 36 orphanages.
37.
37.
Including
then you
the
multiply
FCT.
it twice. Then you go back around
Yes.
and do 74.
Why not? Yes.
That's right. Tell me some more of the programs. I know you have several.
Yes.
You know, we do have several.
We do.
We do.
So we have to raise more money.
We also have the medical supplies.
Yes.
We work with MedShare. They put all this medical supplies together, package it, and send it to various countries. So we collaborate with MedShare, and we've shipped close to $1 million worth of medical supplies
really?
to 10 states in Nigeria.
That is something else. Wow.
This year.
Round of applause. Yes.
And this year we're planning. Keep it up. Thank you. We're planning to ship another container to 3 states in Nigeria this year. So we're working on it.
Which states this year?
Right now we're working on Ondo State.
Okay.
We're working on Oyo State, and we're working on Abia State.
Wow.
So that's where we are.
So now what would it take, or how do you all determine what state you're going to ship to? How do we determine? I can't say you all. I'm an N-WAGger, you guys, and a proud one at that.
One of the things we try to do is that we want to try to cover all the states in Nigeria, but we know it's impossible to do that because you have to have a connection with the state you're shipping to. So we are doing state by state. If we've never done your state before, we like to do that state if there's a representative in Nigeria that will be working with us. But this time we're shipping to a state we've done before because we didn't have enough applications.
I see.
So Abia will be taking the medical supplies a second time.
Wow. So what that means, everyone, is we are open. We have things to give away. We have services to render. And we're looking for people to give it to. So we have 36 states plus the FCT. We're waiting for you. Now, I'm interested about our scholarship program. Right now, you said we give one per state.
Yes.
All right. Now, does everybody in every state also apply, or are there some states that are lacking?
The states that are lacking right now are the northern states. So
really?
we try to encourage, try to put the word out there so that more people in the north will apply. We have a lot of applicants from the east and from the western states, but very lacking in the north. Okay,
so we're looking for the northerners to apply, apart from all the Boko Haram thing. Now, why do you choose the young women to give these scholarships to, and how much of the scholarship? Is it a half a year, or how much of it do you give? I mean, how much does it cover the whole year? Is it a full year scholarship?
It's a lump sum of 50,000 naira. And recently we've added 10,000 naira to the amount to, to help them with transportation. But the past years, when we haven't had enough of applicants, we've given 2 a state. So that's also possible. But we try to, it's 50,000 naira. We know that's not enough, so that's why we solicit for funds. We hope to increase that amount soon. Yes. But right now, that's what we give out to the female students here.
Okay. Now, I know every year, once a year, last Saturday of June, we do a big, huge fundraiser. And we give the Woman of Valor Award, Friend of Nigeria Award, and several other awards. But we've had some very outstanding women of valor.
Yes, we have.
My president. Name some of our top-notch people in Nigeria that we've given Woman of Valor awards to.
Actually, the first one that sticks in my mind is Dr. Dora Akinyuli, that just passed. May her soul rest in peace. She's a dynamic woman.
Yes, she is.
And the first thing, a lot of people, the first prerequisite for us is the woman or a person that is doing something for our women, youth, and children. And in the past, I mean, her record, Dr. Dora Akinyuli, you know that she did a lot. She is the lady, the iron lady, that stepped up and said, you know, enough is enough with all these fake drugs in Nigeria.
That's right.
She made a difference in Nigeria that people will ask you, if he doesn't have NAFDAC number, I'm not buying it. Because she made it clear that if he doesn't have it, it means it's a fake drug. And that fake drug killed a lot of people, and it killed her sister. And this is one of the reasons, her driving force. And she really sticks out in my mind. And we've had the First Lady of Abia State. She is very gracious, wonderful woman. And we've had Mrs. Saraki of Kwara State. We've had
Dr. Awashika.
We've also had Mrs. Fashola, First Lady of Lagos State.
First Lady of River State.
Yeah, we've had River State, and she was dynamic as well. Wonderful lady. So we've had a lot of ladies that are doing something in their state, you know, and because we get a lot of questions. Why are you picking all these women? We look at their bio, we look at what they're doing in their state, in their community to make a difference. And based on what they're doing, it's not what their husband is doing.
But what they're doing.
But it's their portfolio we're going by, and that's how we pick our women of valor. So we've had very good ones. And this year is the First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Olufolu Funsho Amosun. She's a dynamic woman. I read up on her. I looked her up on YouTube. I was so impressed with the work she's doing in her state. So.
And I think it's safe to say that even, you know, yes, some people say, well, these are all governors' wives. They have money. Well, so be it. At least they're using that money to do something to impact the lives of women and children. And also we're encouraging them to keep up the good work.
And we've also had some talk about the governors not doing anything, but we always remind people that we're honoring the women. We don't know what the men are doing or the governors are doing in their states, but we're honoring the women for what they're doing for women, youth, and children in each of their states.
Now, I know you mentioned a lot of programs that we do in Nigeria. And please let the audience know about some of the programs that we do here in America.
Okay, I could say some of them, and then Dr. Stella as well. But we support Jose Feed the Hungry. And that is one of one of the communities we support here in Atlanta. Sickle Cell Foundation, because sickle cell is common in us Africans and African Americans. And we support International Women's Home Shelter, and that's a shelter.
We've actually had some of our women in those shelters. That
Yes, we've helped. They've helped women in those shelters. And Atlanta Food Bank.
What else? I think you covered
Southside Medical Center.
Southside Medical
and we're adding cancer.
The council, Susan G. Komen Foundation. We're adding that to our list of the things that we sponsor here.
Now, that's a lot of money. We have almost 5 or 6 programs in Nigeria. Now we have another 6 or 7. How can we afford this?
We can, by the grace of God. First of all, without God, we have to say that. What is keeping N-WAG going is God. Because a lot of communities, they come together, but they don't even do as much as we do or have as much impact in their community. But by the grace of God, I mean, even though when the economy was really, really bad,
that's when we raised our most.
We raised the most money ever. And every year, we raise close to or over $100,000, and we make
dollars,
sure
not naira.
Exactly, and we make sure that we spend the money wisely. We cut down on administrative costs. I mean, that's very minimal for us. And we have dynamic women doing great things, trying to raise money, working hard to make it happen, and that's. Together, we achieve.
And our administrative costs are down, like you said, because we do all the work. We don't employ anybody else to do it, so we work really hard.
That brings me then to the next question. If a woman wants to join, what kind of quality are you looking for? What kind of women are you looking for? Because this is an organization where you really, you can't just come in and just join. We need to be sure that you are here for service. So what kind of qualities are you looking for?
First of all, you have to be willing to work really hard. And I'm the record keeper. So what we do is that you have to observe or come in and observe at least 4 meetings before you join. And then if you see that, and then we have orientations as well. And then what we call get to know N-WAG. So during get to know N-WAG, you ask all the questions you want. and then we try to answer the questions as much as we can. And then you find, if you find out that that's what you want to do, that you really want to work hard, then we have during our June events, that's when we have the induction ceremony. But again, you have to be willing to work very hard, and then you observe. Because we find out that the people that come in and see that is not for them. And then, yeah, good luck to you. So we don't hold any grudges, but that's one of the qualities that we're looking for. And then you have to, of course, you have to be a Nigerian woman by birth or marriage.
Okay.
So those are some of the things we look for.
Okay. President, do you have anything to add to that?
To add to that, I mean, we want women, quality women that are willing to do a selfless service, because we forget about us and worry about those people in Nigeria. Because the day or the moment you meet one of those girls or one of the people we impact, your life will never be the same. And that's the driving force for some of us, that we are helping somebody that can help themselves, the voiceless, the less privileged. And a lot of women are on board for that, because some people come and think we're like a social club or one bear kind of thing. No, we do that on the side. We're not saying that we don't, but our main focus is to work for the voiceless.
And we have a strong spirit of sisterhood as well. So there's no way you join to help others and you're working closely with a lot of other women that you don't feel the closeness. So we eventually become very close sisters as well.
Correct. You know, there used to be this talk out there that, oh, well, I can't join Nigerian women. I'm not this big high class and I don't have a lot of money and I'm not Dr. So-and-so. How do you dispel this bad rumor out there?
Actually, I mean, like 2-3 weeks ago, a lady told me that.
Okay.
Because one of the men that I was talking to one day, he was like, oh, there's this lady on the phone. I told her to join you guys and she doesn't want to join. And I got on the phone to talk to her, and the first thing she said, oh, you guys are big, big women. Oh. She was like, I said, what do you mean by big? Because I was like, as an older or money or what, you know, and they have all that different ideas out there about the Nigerian women, or that, oh, they're all Yorubas or they're all Igbos. You know what? We're Nigerian women first, taking care of people that we don't even know.
Yeah.
That's what we are. And it doesn't have to do with your job. It doesn't have to do with your level in the society. We're regular women, because when we start working, we're all the same. We roll up the sleeves and we're doing the work. So and everybody's welcome.
Doing it too.
Yeah, we have fun
yes.
doing it. You know, so please, you're all welcome to join Nigerian Women Association of Georgia, as long as you're ready to give to the community. You have to be willing to give back, not to say that you're coming to join to do your business or to sell your clothes or do this, but we're there to,
sell
Mary Kay or other businesses that you have. Yeah, we'll welcome that as well, but the first thing is working together. Service is a drive.
Yes. Yes.
And then between the three of us, I'm Cross River, she's Yoruba, married to Edo, and she's Igbo. So we are very diverse, and we have different professions. We are, you know, from housewife to whatever profession you want to name.
Yes.
So we are very diverse.
Yes.
Okay. Now, serious business. My biggest bone of contention is we have this beautiful, huge, very dynamic organization, and we don't have a facility. We don't have a place. They kick us out of everywhere, everybody.
We're so loud.
We are so loud. We outgrow in numbers. So when are we going to get our N-WAG house, my president?
We're working hard. We've been working at this for like 4 years, trying to raise funds for the N-WAG house. And we saw that, you know, the money is not forthcoming. It's not that easy to raise the funds without compromising all our other projects. So what we did, we came up with this bright idea. We levied all our members.
Right.
Because if we believe in something, we have to be able to support what we believe in. So each member is being levied $500, and we have minimum. And some members have given even way more than that. So with that levy, we're putting our mouth where our money is. Is that what they say?
That's right.
Yeah. So with that,
put your foot where your mouth is.
Exactly. So with that, we're able to, at least have a good down payment for a place.
Yes.
And with, a lot of members really embrace this, and some members have even paid their levy. And very soon, I'm praying that by the beginning of next year,
how much? Do you know?
At least $750,000.
Oh my God!
For a sizable.
It's sizable.
We're not looking for a mansion. We're looking for
where we can still hold events, have all of our products. Because right now our things are in storage in everybody's garage and house, and we have to beg the consulate for a place for a meeting, and they've been wonderful.
Yes.
We thank our ambassador for being so helpful to us. But we cannot, and we're outgrowing it because our membership is growing.
Yes.
They're running out of chairs for us. Yes. So, so give a shout out. What do we need from the public? How can they help us with this endeavor?
As we said earlier, N-WAG is an open book. We're ready to open our books to anyone that is interested in seeing how we spend their money. And actually, every year we print the newsletter, and in the newsletter we have a financial disclosure in there, and this is our last one, and it has all the finances, how we spent the money, and you can see that N-WAG is an organization that spends the money where it's needed to be spent. We don't spend it on ourselves, we spend it on the projects, and that's the biggest thing about N-WAG. We try to keep our spending to a minimum. So overhead is almost zero, and there's nobody on salary with N-WAG. Everybody is working, wonderful women working for free, for humanity, for God. And that's what N-WAG is all about. So if you're out there and you can assist us to raise funds or find a wonderful place that we can call N-WAG House, please give us a call. And my website is www.nwag, which is NWAG.org. And on there, there's a link that you can send an email to me, president@nwag.org, or the secretary@nwag.org, if you need to reach any of us. And we really appreciate your support, and God bless you.
Now, Dr. Starr.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned earlier about the scholarship award for the young women that are in college.
Yes.
Why the young women in college? Why not the men or the boys or anybody else?
Okay, first of all, we chose the girls or the young women in college. We're women, but we chose them because they are the ones that have a hard time coming up with tuition. In a family where there are siblings, boys and girls, I know the parents rather train the boys before the girls. So that's one of our reasons. And besides that, we've heard of horror stories where these young girls in Nigeria sell their bodies just to be able to afford school fees.
Yes, and have sugar daddies
and have
a
sugar
trade
daddies.
of them. Yes.
Exactly. And then these days you have all those diseases out there.
Yeah.
So we pick the girls or to sponsor the girls as best as we can because of reasons like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, just looking out for the less privileged, like we said, because the girls will be the first one, because the father is going to be like, oh, she's going to get married and be somebody else's wife and be somebody else's name. So let me train the boy because he can take care of me. So that's one of the reasons. I mean, and also because of some of the essays we read, you know, it's just really, really sad, horrible what the girls have to go through just to go to school and educate themselves.
And the unfortunate thing, and I'm going to keep it real, is this is just another form, you know, the girls trying to find a way to go to school is another form of sex trafficking.
That's it.
It really is. Because my understanding is many of them have to succumb to certain type of lifestyles with more than one man, two men, three men just to collect. And we want to be a part of that change.
And then the old men are out there, the sugar daddies can't wait to get their hands on them.
Yes.
So these are things that we're trying to avoid by giving scholarships to the girls. We know it's not enough. We're trying to do more. So with your help, we can do more and even prevent more of these girls from getting into those situations.
Yes, so please help us. We're asking for anybody who can give donations towards our scholarship fund for these young ladies so they did not have to succumb to sex trafficking. Please help us. Thank you. Yes, now for the grand finale, we have just less than 2 weeks. Our big fundraising event. That's the most exciting.
The biggest event in town.
The biggest event of the year. In fact, we were at one point averaging almost 700 people. 700 people. We entertain you. We have food. We have, and we really showcase exactly what we're doing so you can visualize it. So, my executive secretary, tell us about this event, what the expectations are, where it's going to be, when it's going to be, what the cost is, and who can attend.
Okay, everybody can attend. As long as you have $50.
And no children.
No children. So our ticket is very cheap. It's $50. But if you want to be treated as a VIP guest, that's $75. And this year the event is at the Temple.
Yes.
What's the address?
1589 Peachtree Street,
In Midtown.
Atlanta,
In
Georgia.
Midtown. Okay. Parking is, we have a lot of parking spaces, and you will be entertained. You will see what we're doing firsthand, and there's good food, good company.
And
so
black tie affair,
black
very
tie affair,
formal.
or black tie,
Yes.
or Nigerian attire.
Mhm.
Anyway, we prefer Nigerian
Yeah,
attire.
it's called black tie.
Oh, it's called
Nigerian black tie.
Oh, Nigerian black tie.
Nigerian black tie, yes.
So Nigerian black tie, but it's a wonderful event. It's very classy. So if you haven't been, if you've been before, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, just come and be entertained.
And dance, dance, dance. Yes, there's a lot of dancing. It's actually a party.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have the funniest comedian
Yes.
in the country. Wami Lele will be there in person.
Yes,
so
coming.
please come out.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it more fun. We're going to have dance, 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 and a lot of comic. And just come out and enjoy yourself.
Yes, in fact, one of our entertainers is a young man that just won the McDonald's award. He's the face of McDonald's now from singing. Yes, he's going to entertain us. So we do need everyone's support. We really do. And this June event is the one time we can raise most of our funds to support all of our projects and programs. So we want everybody to come out. It's June 28th. 7 o'clock sharp.
Yes.
You actually get to be served and wine and dine by beautiful women,
Yes.
the Nigerian women of Georgia. In fact, we have 3 awards that day, the awardees, correct?
Yes.
Who are they again?
For this year,
Yes.
2014, they are a woman of valor, the First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Olufolusha Amosu.
So
And
that,
we have
that means all you Ebas and Abeokuta people and all the
Ijebus.
Ijebus, you guys have to fill up that hall. I think that your first lady deserves to know and see that you all are here.
Yes, yes.
She wants to see her people, so please fill up that hall. You can buy tables, and tables are how much?
$750.
And it
for
sits 10.
It sits 10.
In fact, that
And
day,
you get the VIP treatment.
yes, that day we want to hear some noise from you all.
Ooh.
Yes.
And we also have what we call the Friend of Nigeria, Senator Donzella James.
And how can someone be selected as a friend of Nigeria?
Friend of Nigeria is basically somebody that befriends Nigeria, that does something in the Nigerian community, you know. And Senator James is being, even during the time with the girls, you know, Bring Back Our Girls, and she just lost her husband. She was out there with us at the CNN Center. You know, I mean, I was really touched by that. I mean, she's grieving right now, but yet she's worried about our own girls.
Right.
You know, so a Friend of Nigeria. And we have also this year the unsung hero. This is a lady, human activist, Dr. Jo Odumaki. She is very active in Nigeria. She's been awarded even by the president. Our President Barack Obama hosted her here because of the work she's doing in Nigeria, because she's the one that fights for the less privileged. Like one time some girls were treated badly, raped and all of that, and the guys videoed it and didn't show their faces, and she was behind making sure that those guys were brought to justice, you know. So Dr. Odumaki is unsung because she's just a wonderful lady, and we need more of those kind of people in our country to fight for the voiceless.
Yes. So we expect everybody at the temple on June 28th, 7 o'clock sharp. In fact, you're going to be wine and dine. You're going to be served. You're going to dance and dance and dance. So you can have 2 pairs of shoes, one for looking selense and one for dancing and sweating.
And we start on time.
And
we
we
don't
start
do
on
the
time.
African time. We start on time.
Yeah, so 7 o'clock means 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, any last shout-outs about Nigerian Women Association, N-WAG?
First,
President.
I mean, so one of the things I haven't said is just to say thank you so much to my NWAG sisters, because without you, NWAG would not be, you know, and I really appreciate your dedication and working hard behind the scene and at the scene, making sure that everything goes well and that we're raising funds and we're taking care of each other as well as taking care of people that are less privileged. And also to keep in mind that NWAG is an association that is looking after the voiceless, the less privileged. We're not here for ourselves, but we're here for those people. So please support NWAG. NWAG is one of the organizations in this country that does what it says it's going to do with your funds. We don't spend it on ourselves. Even members have to pay to attend the event. So that's how much we look into this, making sure that, you know, all that we raise really goes into what we raise the money for. And NWAG is a transparent organization. Please support Nigerian Women Association of Georgia. Thank you.
So you have it. We do need your support. Our women are here to make a difference. Yes, we're the diasporan women, but our heart is still with our people back home and our people here. Yes. Everybody is our people. But do support NWAG the best you can. We invite you to please come to our event June 28th. That's one of our only fundraising event. And like our president said, every penny goes to our programs and not to us. And we do need your help. We do need your support. We do need a home.
Yes,
right now we are homeless.
We're homeless.
Please somebody help us. I am begging you. And we are going to thank you abundantly. God will bless you abundantly, and you will have long life, good health if you can get us a house, an NWAG house. We'll even name it after you. Yeah, so thank you all so much for listening tonight to the Beauty and Brains of Georgia, Nigerian Women Association of Georgia. Thank you.
Together we achieve.
Thank you all.
Thank you.